volume all the way down. Copyright music. What?
I don't know, there's something weird with the focus.
What are we doing right now, John?
You're driving the new truck.
Well, no, I understand that part, but
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
What are we doing?
We're headed to pick up Kaya.
Hola. So we bought a new truck. Our dream is finally coming true. Next comes the tent and the trailer and all the camping. And a canoe, if John lets me. Today is Monday, Juneteenth actually, so happy Juneteenth. Kaya just ran inside to have a snack. She had her first day of basketball camp today. Toledo University of Toledo does a awesome basketball camp. We discovered it a couple years ago when Kaya was getting into playing basketball right before COVID hit. But she learned so much from the camps, and it's actually headed by the head coach of the University of Toledo women's basketball team, Coach Cullup, which you guys know we're season ticket holders, and John's, I wouldn't call him a super fan, but he's a pretty big fan, and so is Kaya, and it's that fun thing that they do together, and I like to go along every once in a while too, but just a really good setup, and Kaya's just learned so much from there. But anyways, she is doing the all-day camp, which is from 9 to 4. That's a big change for her because she's never done an all-day camp. So she did pretty well today because she's familiar with the space. But we are now home. We rearranged the entire garage because we did buy a new vehicle. Our Explorer was for people wondering why, because I think I've talked about like not wanting to get a new car, but also wanting to. It's a huge commitment. I don't really know why people, maybe it's just us and our weird financial stressors, but I feel like people in society make buying a new car regularly just like some simple thing that you just go do. But for me and John, we really had to consider all the, I don't know, it took a long time for us to get to this point. Our Explorer was facing some needed repairs coming up to the point where it was going to cost, a good amount of money, and it was depreciating almost just as fast, if not faster, than the things that needed to be done to it. So it was at, I think, over 130,000 miles, and it was a 2014. So we had the car for quite a while. It was a great car. I had no problems with it. Like, I loved that car. It served us a great purpose while we had it.
Yeah, that wouldn't be me. But I could get you in touch with the right person.
Basically, the kids were at my parents' house all last week for their like summer week-long stay, and John and I didn't have any projects. Usually, if we have the kids go to my parents, there's always a reason, right? Like either we're going on a trip or we're planning house or landscaping projects, and every year we've had something to do. Well, this year we didn't. It was more of just a trip for, again, my kids to be able to just spend time with their grandparents because they are getting older. And so we planned it out so that way John and I could just work in the house without children Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, John took off. And then Friday, we went out to my parents, and I brought dinner and grilled out for Father's Day for my dad. And then Saturday, we did a almost 50-mile bike ride with my dad. Yeah, and then we brought the kids home with us. But leading up to that Thursday, we didn't really have anything planned. So we kind of were just both like, why don't we go just look at cars? We'd already been discussing what we wanted. We'd already decided that we had to either get a really big SUV again or a truck because that is what fits into our lifestyle. And so we went to our local Ford dealer, and yeah, long story short, John is very, very happy. I'm happy just knowing that we have when you get a new car, it's under warranty, so you don't have to worry about the big stressors of things breaking like we were facing with the Explorer. I don't know, it's like a double-edged sword. I'm excited about having a new car and not having to worry about breakdowns or repairs, but at the same time, because of inflation, we now have a higher car payment, which I don't like. I don't know, we'll see. It was just a thing that had to happen, and I just was kicking the can down the road, and finally it was just okay, we gotta do it. So anyways, since then, yeah, we last spoke, we got a new car, John's happy. Had a slight vacation from the kids, but not from life. I went to Taylor Swift. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I did post a bunch of stuff from Taylor Swift's concert in Detroit. Not only did I post like full songs from the concert, but then also my outfit and all of that, but it was a really great time. I'll say my daughter was kind of pissed at me because I didn't have like the most magical, wonderful, like life-changing time that she did. But what she doesn't understand, because she's 18 and a child still, is that for me, I was the mom of the group going, and I had organized transportation. I had organized, when and where we went. She wanted to show up 2 hours early to hang out with her friend in the street while we waited to get in. So there was that. Being around thousands of people for the first time since COVID was like kind of a lot. And then everything was so expensive. And of course, I'm the mom, so I was paying for everything. So for my daughter, yes, she had a wonderful, great time. But for me, it was like, I don't think you ever have like the best, most amazing, stress-free time doing adult things or doing things that you like doing if you have a child with you. Just because it's just hard to not be worried about somebody else in those situations. So she had a great time, which is awesome. But I, after spending like $350 that night on merch and other food and drinks and all of that so that she could have the experience, it was a great show. Taylor Swift is amazing, but yeah, I'll just leave it at that. If you are a big truck owner, let us know what some must-have accessories are that you have in your truck, because by golly, the truck was probably a mistake for me to get personally, just because I love all the organization, and what you can do to these things is like a lot, and I don't have the money to do the things I now want to do. But yeah, if you have any suggestions though of like, oh my gosh, this is really nice or this is really handy, please let us know, because that's now what John's been doing, is he's been researching like all the fun little gizmos and gadgets. We were parking the Explorer on the left side, and then the Honda was on the right, but now we're gonna have to flip because there's more space this way so that you're not just like running into the truck when you come out the door. I also got a new toilet. This will be another project for a little bit later, because the toilets here are old and the one in the downstairs is leaking, so this one is gonna be for the downstairs. And then eventually I'd like to replace the one in our bathroom because that one has a cracked front tank. That's kind of like just hanging on. The thing with older toilets that you may or may not know, it depends on what kind of house you've lived in. Older toilets were not necessarily the height, like a taller height, but since the last, I wanna say at least 5 years, they've changed it so that toilets are manufactured or more tall for ADA compliance type things. So I really enjoy a higher toilet now that my kids are older, because my knee, as you know, is not the greatest anymore. So getting up and down and all of that is just, I know I sound so old already, is not the greatest. So I appreciate a higher toilet. So this is like a nicer, taller toilet, because all of the toilets in our house are so short that it's like, for me, and I'm short, is like squatting down really low. So yeah, that's the fun projects. And there's a salesman about to, I think, pull up to our driveway. So yeah. What TV did you say you got? What TV did you say you got? The gold ones. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I thought they were the gold ones. This thing's kind of fun. I'm glad you didn't get rid of it. Oh, just stand with the refrigerator door open, Kaya. Don't just stand with the refrigerator door open. Did you have fun at Grandma's?
Yeah.
Did you have fun at camp?
Yeah, my legs hurt though.
I'm gonna need you to trust me. Is you ready?
Good afternoon.
Beautiful day.
You guys working on?
What's that?
What are you guys working on?
What aren't we working on? Why can't you just trust me to do things on my own?
I'm trying to be helpful.
But you can, the whole point of this was so that you can go start on another project while I do this.
Oh, okay. What other project is there?
Oh, you tell me, baby.
How many did I already gave you? I only got 2 out. I said you measured it.
Sure. I measured it with my eyes. got you. I got everything. I got you.
Yeah, I was like putting everything away for some reason, like an idiot. Maybe this one?
I already put that one back.
Because that's a number 2.
Or this one? Thanks.
How about this
I
one?
grew it myself.
Let me try this one.
No, let me try. Stop doing that. It's driving me nuts. You give me inadequate tools and then you wonder why I can't do something. And then you're like, let me fix this for you, honey. And then you get the right thing and then suddenly it works. Go away! I hung these like 5 times. I know what I'm doing. Oh, crappy. That's alright. Alright, we're gonna meet in the middle. Meet me in the middle.
So you're going to split the difference twice.
Well, I'm just gonna hang on in the difference of these studs because those are equally 16 inches apart.
So right here,
Yup.
right here. Perfect.
Yup.
Good call.
I know, right? I've got brains some days.
You do all the time. This is yours, right?
And it doesn't matter what height I put them at because all the boards are different sizes too. So no matter what, they're never gonna look right. Wait, what's too high? Aha! So I was right?
Yeah. But it's like perfect, but there's not enough room to like flip it
Yeah.
over. Does it come down like 2 inches?
That's what
Got
I
it?
said. Yours is so much lighter than mine. Let's play a game called I'm gonna throw the bike up and you catch it.
Hold on. You're under it, so if I don't catch it.
Deep, 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 deep. Is my bike gonna fit?
I don't know, I have to move the crotch bar.
Yeah, I think the crotch bar needs to go there. I thought you would hang it over way more because there's always a bike there.
I feel like your bike might fit right there.
No, because I don't want it going over the cushions, babe.
Yeah, but your crotch bar is smaller than mine. Think about it.
I just don't think it's gonna fit. I think your crotch bar needs to go over more.
To be honest, it really doesn't matter. I have to be in a stud. You can hold your...
Right, but if you went over 16 inches and then just moved your bike over left more, it would be fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, show off. I can do that too.
You can handle a crotch bar with one hand.
I can handle your crotch bar.
Yeah, you can. Do you want to move it 16 inches to the right?
Yes. It up this way, because if you put it the other way, the wheel will just spin. I'm not tall enough, okay? I can prove that I can lift it high enough. I'm just not tall. Lift me! No, don't do it. Don't do it here. It's not gonna work. Oh, you're gonna break things. Oh, our wheels are touching. Like almost exactly. John!
It just has to be like turned this way and then pulled off.
My crotch bar is
Yeah.
angled. I forgot about.
Yeah, well, I mean, we could fix that.
No, it's fine. It looks great. Leave it.
It might be easier to get it off.
Oh god. No! You're gonna break the. Okay, every single time you bend metal, John, you're decreasing its capacity of strength. It is! I mean, part of what I said was true, just probably not in the way I said it. I think that's great. Team Kelly.
And John.
We basically have the garage clean. John got the toilet installed, and it's so nice to be able to just sit down slightly and take your, do your business, which is awesome. The garage is looking so much better. It only took us 2 years to finally organize this thing. Now both cars can fit in here nicely, which is awesome, and we just gotta clean up our workbenches, which those things, man, I highly recommend. Build your own workbenches. Yes, please. Because those things are so sturdy, they're so adaptable, and they're gonna last forever, because the 4x or whatever, those are made out of treated wood. But yeah, for everybody asking me for plans for those, because every single time I bring those out whenever we're working on a project, people ask. There was literally no plan. John and I were just trying to find a solution for our small garage at the old house, and I wanted some movable workbenches, and so we just started throwing wood together, and that's kind of what we came up with. But yeah, job well done. We're tired. Now I gotta go make dinner for the kids. We dropped the truck off this morning after, well, John took Kai to school. Not school. I already put mayonnaise on your sandwich. Where did we take Kai today? Basketball camp. So John dropped Kai off at basketball camp this morning, and I took the truck over to the dealer. Our bed liner or whatever is getting sprayed in today, and then they're gonna detail the car as well. I have spent the morning going to the bank with Ava. I'm trying to get her own bank account with a bank that is closer to her college, the one that she's at now. There's no locations outside of Toledo, which is kind of annoying. So I want her to make sure she's like set up the best as possible. Yard work is done. Super excited. Cleaned off the patio. It's all sticky from all the sap, however, so we probably will have to power wash it again, and watered all the patio plants. John made a really good dinner, and we're done eating, and now I'm gonna head up to bed even though it's 8 o'clock, because I'm sleepy. I took a shower too. What are you pointing at? The big clock?
It's 8 o'clock.
I know. It's 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top, cruising the streets. Oh, alright, so it's 10:30. I'm running a little bit late for my laser hair appointment. Oh god, can't get out of this car. Kai had a little bit of an issue getting off to basketball camp today. Her anxiety got the best of her, so we had to sort that out. So I'm running a little bit late, but I'm here to get my next laser hair appointment and a little bit of a Botox touch-up. Hello.
Hi.
How are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
Ugh, sorry I'm late. My daughter had like a mini freak out.
Why?
She has been going to basketball camp all week.
Yeah.
And it's been all day. This is the first time she's going all day, and she's been absolutely loving it, but something, I don't know, I think she's about to start her period. Which I really don't want to deal with. But so she was like, I don't want to go today. But I paid like money, so I'm like, yeah, you're going. So
Right. I'm sure she'll have fun when she gets there.
I hope so. She was fine yesterday and the day before. I don't know what's going on.
Probably hormones.
I know, but that's exactly why I don't want to deal with it now.
Right.
Like, it's awful. I already have to deal with my own, let alone
Right.
somebody else's.
God.
Yeah, these don't hurt. Like, laser hair down there is way more painful than any of the needles that I've experienced here so far. Although the lip filler was kind of intense.
Oh yeah.
I want to do it again just because it really did help with my peeling, but it's just so expensive.
Yeah.
I can't tell if it's like worth how much it costs. First off, got my little touch-up, little eyebrow lift. It's a little bit of a bubble, but she had to go a little bit higher since it's been like 4 months since my last treatment. But I gotta say, my jaw didn't start really like bothering me and getting tight until about, I want to say 2 weeks ago. So I was getting this done like every 8 to 9 weeks. So the fact that I made it to 4 It's pretty good. I'm excited about that. If you haven't been following me in my kind of like wrinkle relaxer journey, it's basically I started getting it done. I want to say it's been almost a year, but it's been for my migraines that I get. I get migraines and my TMJ and the tension I hold in my forehead. So I saw a lot of doctors and they all basically suggested it as a not low cost way because it's expensive, but as a better way than like permanent surgery for right now. So yeah, I tried it just to see if it worked and it's been really helpful. I haven't had a single, like I've had maybe one migraine and that was during my COVID period time. That's the only one I've had and it was nowhere near as bad as a lot of them that I have had that like has sent me to the emergency room. So I will say that it's obviously helping with that, but the bigger thing is the TMJ. My jaw is just so much more relaxed when I get it done. And these last 2 weeks, as it's been the most movement in my forehead in a while, I could definitely tell like, it's just everything's been tight. So John's been like, when is your next appointment? He's totally supportive. He sees the difference. He can tell that I'm happier. It's just been good. Did not get my legs lasered today just because if your pigmentation gets too dark, the laser doesn't pick up on the hairs because that's what it's going after is that darker pigment. And so since I have darker skin already, it just wouldn't be very effective, so it's not worth doing. Also, you have to be out of the sun for like 4 weeks before you get an area done, which my armpits and my pubic area and my butt, that's fine. It's always out of the sun. But my legs, you guys know, like I kayak, I golf, I do yard work. I just went on a almost 50-mile bike ride with my dad and my husband. Like, I can't do that. So you're gonna hold off on the legs until fall. We'll resume back with the legs, but it's fine. My legs are really not that big of a deal. It was honestly the reason why I started getting this done was because of my pubic area and my underarms. My underarms, because I was shaving them all the time. My hair would start growing back almost like immediately. Like I would get that 5 o'clock shadow underneath my armpits by like an hour after I shaved. And my pubic area, because I've actually had to have a lump removal years ago, and it was one of the most painful, traumatic things I've ever experienced. I've talked about this before, but basically I was wide awake and they had to put like 16 different like shots in by my vaginal opening to numb it down, and he basically just like cut me open right there on the table, awake, spread eagle. It was so painful. The lump ended up being deeper into my muscular tissue than he thought when he started, so like he was like, I would have put you out, but I didn't know. He was a great doctor. Love him. He did nothing wrong. He actually was amazing, but I don't ever want that to happen again. And one of the possible causes of why that benign tumor was there could have been from the start of an ingrown hair, he said. So I actually had a start of one 2 weeks ago, and it really scared me because I was like, I hope this like goes away, this and that. So I hot compressed it and did a bunch of stuff, and thankfully it did go away. But this is another reason why I want to get rid of all of my pubic hair down there. That among some other reasons, which is like, obviously the hair is creeping down my thighs. Like nobody warns you about aging, especially as a female, and what happens with body hair, but it is unfair. You'll lose it up here and you start growing it everywhere else, which is just unfair. But anyways, that is what we did today, but I feel a lot better. Got that out of the way. So yeah, so I'm gonna call John real quick to see if he ended up taking Kaya to basketball. I think she's just really tired, and again, I think she might be starting her period soon. We'll have moments in the month where she'll just randomly just break down, and I think it's just coming to a head. I think it's a lot of hormones, and I think it's a lot of just growing up, but I just was not ready for this teenage stage with her. Like, I'm just getting rid of my last one. Not rid of, but she's just now leaving the house, and now I've got the beginnings of a new one. They kind of got away from me. Did some work, and then we picked up Kaya from basketball camp. She was happy she went back. She had a great time, so I'm glad I pushed her to go back. Part of being a parent for me is really trying to make sure that my kids learn to push through the uncomfortableness of either being shy or being nervous or being embarrassed, and kind of teaching them that they can overcome those hurdles and that they should try to overcome them because they're easier when you're younger versus when you're older and my age. That's something that I started personally working on myself with because I was very just insecure growing up, and so it probably wasn't until my mid-30s, well, I guess I'm in my mid-30s, but 33 was really the year where I was like, I'm going to start saying yes to opportunities and things, and I'm going to start putting myself in uncomfortable situations, not like dangerous ones, but you know what I mean, like new people, new places, by myself kind of thing, and learn new things. So yeah, it's been a great thing for me. I still struggle with it sometimes, but I'm so much better. But I really wanted to teach Kaya that today, and you had a great time, right? Glad you went back?
I almost beat the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders' butts.
So you are glad you went back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so it worked out this time in parenting. It doesn't work all the time. You know, sometimes it doesn't. Ava was really hard. Ava's big thing was talking to people on the phone. She never wanted to call people. So when she was, I think, a sophomore in high school, I made her start making her own doctor's appointments and talking to people. So that's helped her. And now she's, 18, has 2 jobs, and is going off to college next year. I mean, she's not perfect, and she is definitely still very immature and definitely still very immature. But she can, I know that if something were to happen to me, I think she would be okay as an adult. So yeah, anyways, Kai's last day of camp is tomorrow, and tomorrow's theme is Team Day. And we're going to put some colored tinsel in her hair, blue and gold. And we need dark blue, right? Dark blue. Good morning. Kaya's all ready for Team Day. Show your hair, Kaya. Jersey Day. Show your hair. I always got to go over the top. And now my kids are the same because I force them to. It's after 5 o'clock. Which means John's done working, so we're gonna go on a quick little bike ride to the park. Got a knack. Yes, I have my phone. Goldfish.
Oh, you know what I want?
You gotta go get the iced animal crackers. So we're on our way to the new Glass City Metro Park. It is our newest Metro Park in the area to open. We've gone actually every weekend for something, either like to take the kids or for us to check it out by ourselves or to have dinner with friends. So it's a really neat spot, and I'm excited that it's finally, like phase 2 is finally done. Phase 3 should be interesting because they're gonna open up like urban camping and things like that. I don't know when that's planning to be opened. Hopefully by fall. That would be really neat because then we could actually like camp over there. Today they are having a book event. So it's a book fair event, except for all the books are free. I forget what company it is. I'll leave it up in the corner here on the screen, because if you're a teacher or an educator, if you become a member of this like book affiliation thing, they'll donate like hundreds of books to your class if you just fill out this like thing and become a member. They are donating 40,000 books to the area for the Metro Parks to give out for free to families today. Each kid and each family can get up to 10 free books. It's K through 12 books. I just think it's really neat that this is available to the community, and I guess this is like not the first year they've done it. They did it last year. This year it's being hosted at the new park. I'm gonna stop and get coffee at a bakery on the way because it's like I've been addicted to the coffee lately, and it's a third of the cost of Starbucks. And yeah, it's muggy and kind of overcasty today, but I don't mind it just because it gives us time to like slow down. I feel like when the weather's really nice all the time, we always want to be outside doing stuff, or feeling guilty if we're inside not working outside. So it's nice to get these little breaks of sun. Some people may disagree, but to just kind of make us either slow down or do stuff inside or find other types of activities to do. But last night, so I had the best time last night. My friend Aubrey surprised me with a evening, and it was so fun. She took me to go do some I don't want to call it glass blowing, but I feel like that's what most people would understand. But basically we like made strawberries out of glass at the glass pavilion at the Toledo Museum of Art. It was so much fun. We got to learn all about it. We got to like mold our own glass and fire it, and it was pretty cool. And so I get to pick that up on Wednesday, but it was such a neat evening. And then we went out to dinner and then came home while our husbands hung out with the kids, and it was just a lot of fun. So yeah, John said he and Tim took the kids to have a Taco Bell picnic, which whatever, man, glad they had fun.
Ice cream after.
And they got ice cream after. But yeah, it was a really fun time. So I don't know, it's nice having nice friends, but especially ones that understand my interests. Like doing DIY stuff like that, like I don't mind spending money on things like that, or I love getting gifted with things like that, just because it's not only like a thing that you can physically have, but it's also a thing that you've learned and experienced, and it's just a fun time all around. But yeah, we're gonna go pick up some books. What?
Can you get me, like, when you get your coffee, can you pour some of it in mine?
Can you do that for me too?
You want me to steal coffee from a small local bakery?
No, I never said the word steal. Just pour. What are you talking about?
It's Monday and I left you guys in the truck. I hate that. I feel like, I don't know if it's like, I don't know, okay, so I took this 23andMe test a long time ago. Ooh, my forehead looking super high today. I took this 23andMe thing a long time ago. As you know, I'm adopted, and one of the things that it shows for, or can show for, are like if you have any genetic markers for future things. So for me, I actually did get, I don't know, it popped up on my 23andMe that I had half of a full marker for early onset Alzheimer's. So since I learned about that, and this has been years, it's hard for me not to equate some of my short-term memory loss that I have that's been getting worse, which I don't know. It's been getting worse since COVID, so I don't know if it's COVID symptoms still. I can't even talk. This has been an issue, you guys know, for me, is talking since COVID, but I don't know if it's COVID symptoms still, or if it's because I am just getting older, or if it's the early onset Alzheimer's. Like, obviously it even stated on the 23andMe that it's like chances are very, very low. It's not saying that you're gonna get it, but it just says that I have a half of a marker for it. But yeah, ever since I took that test and stuff, it's always in the back of my head of like, okay, what's going on? And my memory has been garbage the last couple weeks. And again, I don't know if it's long COVID symptoms still, because I do still have other long COVID symptoms, or if it's just normal, or if I have an awful degenerative disease, who knows? But that's the hypochondriac in me. But it is Monday, and my dogs are doing something weird as always. I don't really know where we left off in vlogging. I was gonna edit this video because I had a feeling it was getting a little bit long, but yeah, we've honestly just had a very chill weekend to the book thing, and the kids got a lot of great books, like hardback books. Like it was really nice. I love our community. I love that we have these, you know, free activities and free opportunities in the area. Like, I was telling this to one of my friends last week that, you know, people who live here in this area who complain about there's nothing to do, in my opinion at this point, because the city has really worked really hard and at like making activities, like, and the surrounding cities, because we live really close to every area of this area. So like, we're not far from Sylvania, we're not far from, you know, like, it's just a jump on an expressway. But yeah, if you live here and you're always like there's nothing to do, I think that's more a reflection on you, not the area. Because literally, if you go online and you just start following accounts, whether it's the parks account, library, the city account, or anything in the surrounding areas, there's always something to do, and multiple options too, and they're mostly all free, which is really great, whether they're farmers market, art shows, kids book fairs, park openings, special concerts. Like, there's so much to do in this area. Or if you like just adventuring, there's so many, like fishing, biking, kayaking. There's sandy blue white water, like beaches not even 30 minutes away that are like $4 to get into. So yeah, if you are bored in your area, it might not be the area. It might be just your lack of knowing what's going on in the area. So I highly recommend that you, even if it's not our area, you go and follow your local city and the surrounding areas, like Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts. Just go look. And if you're like me, back when I was in my 20s and I had young kids and, you know, whatever, I still felt like I was a child. and you're embarrassed to go to things or insecure about going to new things, I promise you that just getting out there helped solve a lot of those issues. Like, for the longest time, John and I really wouldn't go and do stuff because I felt like either we didn't have enough money or, you know, I don't know. I was very insecure about where I was in life. You know, I was 22, 23, married with 2 kids, and we really didn't have any money. Like, when I say we didn't have money, we didn't have any money. Like, we could pay our mortgage, sometimes, our utilities, and then my mom helped us with groceries a lot. Like, we didn't have money. And so I felt like because of those things, I didn't want people to judge me out in public, so we wouldn't go and do stuff. Wish I would have taken the opportunity to get myself out there, because what it does for my, I don't know, my mood and energies, just getting out of the house and experiencing new things, I can't even tell you. It's been so positive. So anyways, on that note, I'm gonna let you go. I will talk to you guys all in my next video. Please feel free to subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you want to see and interact with me on a more daily basis. And as always, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. I also wanted to put it out there that if you follow me on Instagram, you've already heard me talk about the Sam's Club membership deal, but I do have an affiliate with Sam's Club right now going on, and there's a special deal right now until June 30th. So this ends on June 30th, but you can still get the membership for $24.99 longer. All right, let me rewind. Sam's Club memberships are usually like $50 for the basic membership. It gives you a full year of being able to access their warehouse and get great deals on stuff. Like, we got Kaya a brand new phone. Like, I believe it's like the iPhone 13 or something mini or whatever. It's such a cute phone, but she needed a new phone, and we were gonna wait till her birthday because, you know, we're strapped for cash because we were doing Ava's graduation stuff. But we got a great deal on that phone where we got it for, I believe, $70 or something like that. Like, our phone bill is like an extra $4 for that phone, and then it will be paid off. But it was a great deal, and it's those kind of deals that you can get if you are a Sam's member. You can also get a discount on gas, which we really enjoy because it's on a side of town that we frequent a lot. But right now, you can get that membership for $24.99. $24.99. Like, to me, it's like an easy decision, right? Like, it's only $25 to try it out for the year. But right now, there's also a special going on where if you sign up until June 30th, you can get the membership for $24.99, and on top of that, you can get a $20 gift card that goes towards like entertainment or something like that. So I will leave that link underneath this video. All you have to do is click it and then sign up through your membership through it, and then I do get credit for that. You can, by all means, share that link with any of your friends and family if you want. I do get credit for them as well. You just have to copy and paste the exact link that's in my info box and share that with them. But I always appreciate your guys' support like that. It's an easy way, I feel like, for people to support influencers or people that they follow. I hate calling myself that, but that's just the general term, without actually having to give that creator or that influencer money themselves directly, and you benefit as well. So again, the $24.99 membership through the link below is good, I think, indefinitely until I say otherwise. But the extra $20 gift card that you get if you sign up right now, that is only good until June 30th. Make sure to take advantage of that. I wish I could have, but I renewed my membership with them for, I believe, $50 like a couple months ago before I was offered this affiliate. So I will definitely take advantage of it though for next year, because Sam's Club is a place that we shop often, as you guys know, and it's just really convenient to be able to have another place to go get gas at a discounted rate. Anyways, I will let you go. I will talk to you all in my next video.